All right, I think we got it. I think my picture is gonna hold. Welcome to Monday Night Team Fireball Call. If my face and picture gets all crazy, please just hang on. I will be back. I don't know what happens on the other side when that happens. So I don't know if you can still hear me when I'm looking crazy, but we'll just pray that the internet works. Nope. Chrissy's like, no, we couldn't hear anything. Oh, all right. Well, I'm so sorry, you guys, but welcome to Monday Night Team Call. We're so glad that you are here. My name is Jenny Field, if you don't know who I am. So I live in Reno, Nevada, and I get to lead the team call tonight with you guys. I just have a couple of announcements before we get started. First, if you had a chance to listen to the TGA call earlier today, like you heard it, Rachel Pekarik like brought it today. She shared a lot about the new Evolve comp plan, a lot about that customer pool, basically customer bucket that we're trying to build. And if you missed it, definitely go back and watch the recording or jump onto the TGA page. It's Facebook live streamed into there, so you can go back and rewatch it in there. But definitely some really, really good information on today's call that just helps us better understand this new LifeVantage 2.0. That's what she called it, LifeVantage 2.0. And we are evolving into the, what did they call it? They called it the and company. She said that our CEO, Steve Fife, when they've had their executive, meetings and when the elites are on their calls, he's been calling it we're like the next, like the and company, like we're positioned to be big so that's really, really exciting. The other thing is Evolve, like actual Evolve, the event is coming up so quickly. And so if you're on the fence about coming, you need to come. Like, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts. Because Rachel is speaking, and she talked about that on the team call today too, on how she's going to be speaking and teaching and training on this new Evolve plan. And so you don't want to miss that. So it's going to be amazing. Reach out to us, let us know. We got an Airbnb. If we got to sleep on the floor, we'll sleep on the floor. Like, we're going to make room for you. So it's going to be amazing. And then they are also doing Evolve tours. So jump onto your back office, go into the events, and you're going to be able to find a list of all the Evolve tours that they're going to hit in February. And two that I wanted to point out is one is in Fairfield, California. So my Reno girls, my Reno team, if you're available, excuse me, on February 17th, I'm going. So you can jump in the car with me and we'll go. I was supposed to go to a rodeo that weekend, but Haley has decided not to rodeo that weekend, so it freed me up. But it is a Friday, February 17th. It's about a 3-hour drive, so it's super close for us to go. Let me know if you want to jump in my car, because I'm thinking I'm going to go. And then Atlanta, Georgia is the very next day on February 18th. So you ladies in Georgia can jump in the car and drive about 3 hours to Atlanta. But it's going to be great. I really do think that these Evolve tours are super beneficial and are a great way for us to kind of segue into the new and learn all about the new LifeVantage 2.0, and really a way for us to grow our businesses really strong leading into March 1st. So those are the few announcements. And then before we move on, we do want to recognize our distributors that got new enrollments this last week. So we had 4 new enrollments, and actually 4 distributors with new enrollments. Terry Hoblet, congratulations. Carol Betts, congratulations. Christy Simpson, congratulations. And Courtney Elise, I cannot pronounce her last name. Carol, you're going to have to help me pronounce her last name. This is Carol's new distributor, and she just got a brand new customer. So we're super excited for Courtney. And actually next week, we're going to do a home presentation with Courtney. So look for that in a couple weeks, because she's going to probably have a lot more new enrollments after that home presentation. So super, super exciting stuff going on. All right, let's dig into the training for this evening. I have kind of been diving back into Bob Heilig. And if you don't know who Bob Heilig is, definitely go check him out. He's on Instagram, he's on Facebook, he has a podcast. So wherever you get your podcasts, you can find him there. He has like 340 episodes. I don't know, however many, there's a ton of episodes, but after he was on the TGA call a few weeks ago, I listened to the call and I resonated with him again. I think we go through these times where we find different people that we get things from, we pull things from, and I think it ebbs and flows with the way that our personal development goes, with the way that our business goes. And I just have felt a huge change in the beginning of this year. And when Bob Heilig talked on that call a couple weeks ago, I just knew, like, okay, this is kind of the path I want to go, as personal development for a little bit, because I really resonate with his love, serve, grow mentality. Like, that is how he has branded himself. And it's all about loving people and serving people, and then growing in this incredible network marketing industry that we are in. And so I've been diving into his podcasts. I have started from like the old, or like the newest, because that's what he said. Don't go back to like episode 1. He's like, I was terrible. Not that he didn't give great advice, but he's like, I have grown. So start with my newest episode and then work your way backwards. But what I'm going to talk about tonight is from episode 337. So if you would like to go listen to that episode, write that down. But he talks about bringing value into your business, and how there was kind of like this old way of bringing value when like social media was very new, when there was a lot of the like attraction marketing, when that was all very new. There was like a way to bring value in your business that has evolved and has changed to now, to 2023. And what does that look like? And so I'm going to kind of ask you a couple questions of, what does value look like to you? Like, to you personally. We have to answer that question ourselves, because we are all different. We all have different core values. And so to really be able to bring value to our customers, to the people that we're talking to, first, we have to say and ask ourselves, what does value mean to me? And what are my core values? So that is like the very first place that we need to start. And then he has 3 areas of value that he kind of breaks down. So I wanted to go over that with you guys, because I felt like it was super helpful to kind of break those 3 areas down. But value really is driven by everybody. And it's like in essence, like a buying decision. So when people are thinking about purchasing something, it's about the value that they get from it, right? It's not necessarily about the price tag of what it is. So we need to bring up that value of what we're offering to people and not worry so much about the price or that, what it costs. And I feel like in a lot of ways, we sell ourselves short sometimes by offering deep discounts. Um, don't get me wrong, like there's a time and a place that we can do that, but don't, he says, don't just offer discounts because people are probably still not going to buy it if you offer a deep discount, but you don't bring any value to what you're talking about or what you're offering. Um, so that was a big thing that kind of stood out to me, was like, yeah, I really need to up what I'm sharing and what I'm talking about, and making sure that my value that I'm bringing and giving is what resonates with me, because then that's going to resonate with my ideal prospects, right? So three levels of value creation are: the first one, product information. And this, he says, you need this, but you really need to focus on value number 2 and value number 3, which we'll get to in a minute. But we have to go over product information because there's value in that, right? So these are the things where you have transactional conversations, and where those things are based upon. So when we're giving product information, it's really about like the transaction that happens once you've gotten to that point. And these are mostly focused on you and you telling people how great your products are or how great your business is. But the problem with that is when we focus just specifically on how great our products are or how great our business is that then we're in a product mindset and all we're really sharing about is product information. And everybody else in the industry is doing the same thing. And so you're not standing out. You're not giving your products the value that it needs. You're just basically spewing, posting, whatever. Just my product's the best. My business opportunity is the best. I mean, we could go on and say, well, we just got the best new comp plan. And if you're sharing that in the wrong way or too much, people are going to get basically turned off. They're going to say, well, I've heard that from Jenny. I've also heard that from Sally. And I've heard that from so-and-so. And they just don't pay attention anymore. So we really need to truly believe that we have the best products, right? Like, that's why we all are here. We have all said yes to this company and this business because we know we have the right products and the right business opportunity, but it's the way that we deliver it that can change the way that people, accept it. So let me look at my notes really quick. Sorry. Whenever we say that we have the best thing, it can either trigger a sales reaction to something, or it can trigger a negative reaction to something. I got lost in my notes again. Okay, I just read over. I just kind of didn't even look at my notes and I said everything I was going to say on that. I just got kind of carried away. All right, I'm going to go on to number 2. And the second thing that he says as far as bringing that value is associating with problems. And this is where a transformational sales happens, is when we can actually have a conversation with somebody and really know and dive into what they're problems are. And a lot of times people don't even know what their problems are. They think they might know, but they really don't. So that's where we need to ask the right questions, and we need to ask more questions. Um, so that's where that piece of kind of the follow-up part of what we're taught, what we're trained to do, building those relationships and really almost taking a step back as far as don't even talk about our products or the business to begin with, and just ask more and more and more questions and build that relationship with people. And through that, you're going to help uncover what their problems are. So then you can better serve them through what we have, right? So that second piece, he said, is kind of like that pivotal point where if we can learn to set aside the product information for a minute and really get into the problem of what people have going on. And if we can ask lots and lots of questions, then we can bring in whatever it is, the product or the business. Okay, the third level is the highest level, and he says that it's the hardest to achieve. And I definitely agree with him, because this one takes a lot of thought and a lot, it's basically turning the mirror, the camera around and looking deep inside of you. So this third level is all about mission, vision, and values. And we need to meet people where they're at. We need to connect with them around their problems and let them know that we understand them in a way most people don't. So we start sharing our mission and our vision and our values through social media, through one-to-ones, when we're prospecting with people. If we can share that with people, then we can really get to the core of moving through these levels of the product information, the problem, transformation, and then being able to really connect. So he broke these down into those three things: mission, vision, and then values. And so I just wanted to kind of break those down for you guys a little bit more, because I felt like this was really helpful for me to kind of look at when I'm sharing on social media. I can share about these things specifically and be able to then connect with those people that share the same mission, vision, and values that I have. And then that builds relationship between the two of us. So what is mission? It is what people do. It is what we do, right? This is so much more than products. This is turning into the transformation of what our products and our business can offer. So we need to think about like what our specific mission is in this business, what our specific mission is with these products, and then portray that and share that without talking about the products, which is really, really hard to do, but it can be done, right? This is about sharing about stories, transformations, all the things that we get from our customers when we ask them how they're doing on their products. We can share those things. And then vision. What is vision? This is why we do what we do. So vision we need to look at is our why. And we talk about this a lot when we first start our businesses, is what is your why? And that can be really hard to kind of dive into And a lot of times I think when we start, we kind of give a surface why. And that's okay. But when we get to the point in our businesses where we kind of feel stuck, we have to dig deep and think, why did I really start this business? Or what was I feeling at the moment that I started this business? And dig deep into those feelings, because those are the people that you're going to be able to help. And those are the people that you're going to be able to serve, are those same people that are feeling or dealing with whatever it was that you were dealing with or feeling at the time that you started this business. So really get back to like the core why you started your business and share that. Share those things, share those pain points. Like Carol brought up an incredible story last week on our team call about how her niece wanted her to come to see her. And, she lives in England. And Carol was like, I can't, but this is why I'm doing this business, so that one day I can. So those are the things that we really need to be sharing. Those are the things that we will connect people to and they will resonate with. And then that third thing with the mission, vision, and values is value. And how do we do that, right? So we can bring value to our customers, like I was just saying, with our stories, with our pain points. We can bring value to people that we're sharing with on social media with products. We can share about those incredible testimonials. We can share the incredible pictures that we, have from the college. And so bring value to those things. Don't just spew those things. And then really stand out. Bring a value-based business and stand out and stand apart from everyone else that's doing this incredible industry that we're in. When you have clarity on what is important to you, you won't be afraid to say the wrong thing to anybody. And when he said that, something clicked, and I was just like, that is so right. Because when we have clarity on what our mission, our vision, and our values are, it doesn't matter if I talk to Jan and Jan says, no, thank you, or that's not right for me, because maybe her mission and her vision and her values are not in line with what mine are. And that's okay, because somebody else maybe has something to offer her. But just know that when you have the clarity within yourself, you can't say the wrong thing to anybody. And then I just want to close up with just one last thing. And then if we want to open it up a little bit, we can. If anybody has any questions, or if anybody wants to bring any Bob Heilig, awesome stuff, they can share theirs too. But just know that you can do this. And all of you are positioned and in this company and on this team for a specific reason. God has brought you here, and we are all cheering you on. We all are encouraging each other, and just lean on all of us if you feel like you're struggling in any area, because we all have incredible value to bring. And so that's all I wanted to share on that. But yeah, I'd like to open it up. We do have a few more minutes. I know we started just a little bit late, but if anybody wants to add anything, they can, or if not, we can end the call. Yeah,
Somebody Somebody once told me this a long time ago. They said cost is only an issue in the absence of value.
Yes, I love
And
that.
so when somebody deems something valuable enough to them, the price is inconsequential.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is so true. And Bob has all kinds of stories when he talks about all this stuff. He like intertwines it with stories and testimonials, and it makes it just really exciting. So I was probably really dry, but um but he talked about like, you might be offering the best product, and somebody says no because they don't want to go spend $50 or whatever, but then they go turn around and they buy, the brand newest iPhone on the market, because that somehow has brought value to them. So yeah, you're absolutely right.
I think the same thing goes for, how our instinct when we see people that have a need, like we know our products will help them, but they may not see the value in it. And we're like, no, 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 but you got to try it. And like, I think when we give our products away too, even though we're trying to help and we're just like praying that, like this is an answer to their problem. I have found that like when I give away product, people, first of all, don't take it regularly. They definitely don't see the value in it if they're not putting something into it. So I think we have to think twice about too, how much we're, giving away versus, because, and whether or not it's like, is it truly a money thing, right? So I think most people can find, that somewhere in the month, if they put a priority on it, they could afford, $50. But that's just something I've learned throughout the years too, is I've found that most of the time when I give stuff away, it never comes back like to be anything, long term.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a tricky, situation, or, to do or to be in. And I've been in the same situations too, where you're just like, no, I know you would like benefit from this. I know that you would just, reap all the benefits, and then you give them a bottle and they're like, never take it. Or they take it and they're like, I didn't feel anything. And you're just like, how did you not, But yeah, but that's, in some ways, our intentions are being good, but in some ways then we're kind of devaluing what it is that we
Yeah.
have.
Good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it for tonight. Thanks you guys so much for, oh, Alice, did you want to talk real quick? I just saw you unmute.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that there's also a huge timing component, where sometimes the same information in front of the same person's eyes, one day they won't see the value, and maybe 3 weeks later or 3 years later, all of a sudden something clicks and they see the value. And it just all depends on what's going through their mind, what's going on in their lives. You just don't know. And that's why I love the stories, and I love hearing people's stories, because there's just a connection that happens at a certain time where all of a sudden people see it. And we just don't know when that's going to happen. And it may not come from us. It may come from like sideline or downline, or, and you just don't know when it's going to happen. So it's just part of the mystery. It's part of the magic, but I do feel like there's a huge component there. And even with different products, like they might not see the value in one product, but for some reason, another product is what they've been looking for. So never give up on people, and just, keep sharing the value of what we have. So thank you, Jenny. That was an amazing call.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks for adding that to the end. I definitely agree with that. And that's where our amazing tools come into play, right? Our Activating You Facebook page, that's that customer page that we have, plugging, our customers, even people that are not on the products yet, but are still looking, like plugging them into that where they can get third party validation from other people, from other people sharing their stories, from posts being on there. And that's where, you know, us continually to share those incredible transformations in the way that brings value is really beneficial for us too. So yeah, thank you. All right, anybody else have anything before we wrap it up? No? All right, guys. Well, thanks so much. And we will be back here next Monday night, same place, same time. Have a good night.
Thanks, Jenny.